Speaking of which, speaking of Mr. Perfect, Burt Grossman back.
Yes.
Burt, can we talk a little bit, or I should introduce you. You're the head coach of the Strike Force. Adaptive Sports and a leading opinion maker of our time. Everybody knows you, Burt Grossman. You're also a former San Diego Charger. I want to show you a piece of video. This was from yesterday's tournament. This is Michigan State coach Tom Izzo going after his freshman, Henry, there. This is after a 10-0 run on Michigan State's part, but coach is unhappy. When you see this, you think?
I think that's fine at this day and age. A lot of people don't, but I mean, look, they're not swinging. One player saying, let's get back and get to the game. I mean, he's a fiery coach. He's always been, but I've never heard an ex-player that doesn't love that guy.
And naturally, the media wanted an apology. This was Izzo after the game yesterday.
I get a kick out of you guys. Get after somebody because you're trying to hold them accountable. I don't know what kind of business you're in, but I'll tell you what, if I was the head of a newspaper and you didn't do your job, you'd be held accountable. That's the way it is.
God,
I agree with him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, and you see one small sample there, but you don't see him every day, day in and day out on campus, in the locker room, helping kids. You've never heard a bad word about him from a player.
Absolutely. Your tournament pick is?
Virginia.
Why?
I don't know. I just like them, and I always think it's going to... Well, you know, I like Michigan, too, but... I know. No, but I'm going to go with Virginia. I'm going with Virginia.
All right. You know, let me tell you, Tony Bennett's the head coach there. I was working in Green Bay when his dad, Dick, was the head coach, and they were getting ready. They had made it to the NC2A tournament, little UW Green Bay, and they were going to play Michigan State in Arizona. And I was
excited.
Well, I'm going to tell you my story because I was in the gymnasium and I wasn't supposed to be there, and he was giving the speech.
You're still not there. You don't have to whisper.
He had two bad hips, and he was like this, and he goes, "Boys, we don't have the big fancy plane. We don't have the pretty cheerleaders. We don't have the real nice uniforms." But his voice started getting deeper, deeper. He goes, "But what we do have is we know how to play defense." It was like a real-life Newt Rockney speech. I was so impressed with Dick Ben.
That sounds familiar, like from Hoosiers. Did you steal that from Gene Hackman and Hoosiers?
They almost beat him. Steve Smith hit a shot at the buzzer.
Hoosiers won.
Colin Kaepernick's $60 million settlement had you saying the last time you were here that, oh, he won, the NFL had to pay him off. Now comes word that the settlement was for significantly less. You say now?
Well, they're both rumors. You decide which one you want to believe. But if you look at the collective bargaining, you're entitled to 3 times damages per year. I mean, $10 million settlement, you split would be like $1 million value a season.
Well, but he wasn't making anything in the NFL, so 3 times nothing is...
Yeah, but the point of the arbitration is they took away his ability to make something. So average quarterbacks now are making $5, $6, $7, $8 million. I don't believe it. You didn't believe mine, I don't believe yours.
All right, Antonio Brown and Vontaze Burfict are now teammates for the Raiders. They might have to install metal detectors in those locker rooms because those two don't like one another.
I think that was more a regional rivalry. Nobody in Pittsburgh likes anybody from Cleveland or Cincinnati or vice versa. It's same in, the Eagles or the Giants or the Cowboys. Once you're in the same locker room, it's over. I think they'll be best of buddies, to be honest with you. They're the same people.
All right, so you were in Carlsbad last week.
Yes.
For your real job. First of all,
a couple real jobs.
We're going to run this soundbite, and then we'll get your reaction.
Okay. ASRA's Adaptive Sports and Recreation Association, we basically provide the platform for wheelchair athletes to play sports. So you have like CAF, Challenge Athletes, raises money to get them chairs, but we provide the actual platform.
So I thought this was the best story KUSI did all week long.
Really?
I thought Madison.
It was cool, yeah.
So tell us about the event.
Well, this is the second year. Danny Smuts was the one that just made the 42-pointer or whatever from half court. From a chair is really hard. You'd be shocked. They are going to nationals. That's our high school team. We have different divisions. That's the high school team. They're going to nationals in Chicago, and this is a fundraiser they have every year. Danny Smuts' father's a vice principal at school. The basketball team comes out, and they do it every year. It's pretty cool.
All right. So, well done.
Thank you.
We don't take you seriously enough. This is what you're doing God's work. All right. So now let's get to the part of the sportscast where I didn't know something. First of all, Boom Boom Mancini is from?
Youngstown, Ohio.
My other half is in Youngstown right now with her family. She's from Youngstown. I've known her for all this time. Tell me why Boom Boom Mancini is nicknamed Boom Boom.
Well, there's a couple theories. There's one that he hit so hard, but there's also back in the 70s and 80s, it was a big mob town, and it was known for bombs, and bombs going off, car bombs, building bombs for the mob, and it became Boom Boom Town. So it depends who you believe. People in Youngstown don't want to say it's because Boom Boom the thing, but the timing's perfect, but they say it's because he punches, but it's really the
Youngstown,
bombs.
Ohio is a mob town.
Oh, God, huge mob town, yeah. So, huge. You didn't know that?
So Boom Boom was named after the mafia.
Well, after the town was called Boom Boom. Everybody knew it was Boom Boom. Boom Town.
We can't let you go without talking about the Strike Force.
Yeah.
You have a game Sunday. I'm going to be there.
Yes, 5 p.m. against the Green Bay Blizzard.
I thought it was earlier.
No, it's 5.
Oh, all right, 5 o'clock. All right, talk about the Blizzard. Talk about your guys, I guess.
You know, we've had an interesting couple weeks. We had a bye week. Did a lot of personnel changes. Had some time to adjust some things. Got a brand new field, brand new cheerleaders, brand new everything, pretty much. So you'll see a whole different product out there. You better, because I think I'm done firing people, and I'm responsible for the defense now.
Here's a speech you should
give.
Boys, we don't have the fancy
We do have the fancy stuff now, though.
Okay, all right.
I should have used that the first week, yeah.
All right, here's what's cooking on the Friday Night All Sports Report. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prep events. Casey McKinnon, or make that 7 now. We've make it 8 now. We're going to be at 8 prep events plus all the NC2A news. Hope to see you when the KUSI All Sports Report begins at 10:45. But right now, here's the important news bulletin. The KUSI news at 6 is about to begin.